So again, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's SAP Community Call about the SAP Integration Suite. I'm Svea Becker. I'm from the SAP Community team, and I have a great team with me today. And I would like to hand over to our host, Cecilia, who will guide you through the presentation and the call today. Welcome, everyone. And Cecilia, the stage is yours.
So thank you, Svea. All right, so hi everybody, a warm welcome from my side. I'm Ceci Huergo and I will be your host today. And this is the first community call in a series actually that we're going to be doing with various different product experts all around how the SAP Business Technology Platform can really help accelerate your journey to the cloud, and especially in context of our new offering, Rise with SAP. As you probably already heard about it, it's our new kind of business transformation as a service offering in which we help companies move to the cloud. So today I'm actually accompanied by a panel of experts all about the SAP Integration Suite. And as you can see, the Integration Suite is one of kind of the key pillars, the fundamental parts in any type of transformation journey when you're moving to the cloud. And that's why we decided to take it as our first topic in this Rise with SAP context as well, because we know that our customers will need to leverage the benefits and the capabilities of the Integration Suite all across their digital transformation journey. So again, I have three experts here. We have Harsh, we have Udo, and we have Piyush. They're going to be taking us through what the Integration Suite can do, how it can help you transform your business, and how it can help you accelerate and simplify your journey into the cloud. Again, as Svea mentioned, you have the Q&A functionality, and we really want to make these sessions about you guys, about answering your questions, about understanding what you need from SAP. So please feel free to submit your questions throughout the session. And in the second half, we're going to be taking those questions directly. There is also kind of a raise hands functionality in Zoom. If you want to use that, if you want to raise your hand and you want to ask your question live directly to our experts, please feel free to do that as well. I know they're more than excited to kind of engage with you and get that interaction. All right, so I think with that, we're going to go ahead and kick off with the first topic. So Harsh, I'm going to ask you kind of a general question that I know you can handle. So in the context of Rise with SAP, I mean, we all agree that integration is important for any journey, but specifically in the context of Rise with SAP, how can the Integration Suite help our customers through that journey?
Firstly, thank you so much, Ceci, for having us, and a warm welcome to everybody in the community. You've been the energizing force, and thank you for joining us today. So let me set the context very quickly for you all. And Ceci, you asked about why integration and Integration Suite is a key component when our customers rise to the cloud and embark on their digital transformation. The context is simple. We want all our customers to embark on their cloud journey, their digital transformation journey, and we want to help them ease that path for them with Rise with SAP as our customers transform to be intelligent enterprises. When you talk about intelligent enterprises and when our customers are trying to optimize their end-to-end business processes like lead to cash, recruit to retire, design to operate across all these different industries that they are in, integration is a very important foundation, right? And that's why we call it intelligent enterprises or integrated enterprises, right? And we had a paper that Christian Klein, Jürgen, and Thomas wrote about, talked about the integration qualities, and talked about how Integration Suite is this bedrock to integrate the intelligent enterprise and also really extend. And no matter whether it's SAP or non-SAP systems, whether they are in private clouds, public clouds, in a hybrid environment, in a heterogeneous environment, Integration Suite can integrate it all for you. So when you look at Integration Suite, very quickly, Integration Suite is a multi-cloud platform for integration. It allows all kinds of integrations, like integrating with applications, SAP applications, third-party applications, integrating with governments. A lot of these governments have become e-governments, and they interact, businesses interact with these governments digitally. To be able to integrate with your suppliers, with traditional EDI, to be able to use APIs to integrate with your suppliers, We provide a toolkit which allows customers to do it all. And most importantly, it's not just technology which runs in a super multi-cloud foundation. We also provide 2,000 plus integration packages which provide ready-to-run integrations, out-of-the-box integrations for several scenarios customers would need in RISE. So let's understand the context of RISE and when customers move from ECC very quickly, right? So the next point that I wanted to make when you go ahead into the next slide is ECC for our customers. If you can move to the next slide, Sissy. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. So the context is the following. Our customers have been running our SAP solutions and ERP. It's been at the center of their landscape. And given that it's been at the heart of their landscapes, it's really integrated with multiple other third-party applications. It's integrated with other SAP cloud applications. It's integrated with governments. It's integrated with EDI, with suppliers. You opened up data through APIs, right? So it's been at the center, and a lot of our global service providers estimate that the cost of 30 to 35% of the RISE with SAP cost is going to be integration costs, right? So we said, can we identify those integration scenarios like lead to cash, issue to resolution, payment integration, document compliance integration with governments, hire to retire, source to pay, plan to production. We identified these processes, identified what kind of standard integrations that our customers are using, and we're trying to automate it and make it available out of the box as integration packs in api.sap.com. So what this allows our customers to do is to go from custom integrations that they had built in the past to standard integrations and thereby accelerate their journey to the cloud. So that's the overall context. Just in summary, integration is the bedrock on your transition to become an intelligent enterprise, to move into the cloud. And with SAP Integration Suite, you have a multi-cloud platform which supports all kinds of integration. And the cherry on top is these 2,000 plus and always growing integration packs that allow you to do all kinds of integration scenarios without you having to write a single line of code. And that's the overall context. And that's why you need the SAP Integration Suite in your RISE journey.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Har. So yeah, that was super clear. And again, let's just put the focus on how BTP is this one platform that really will support our customers throughout. And an essential fundamental piece that we also use internally, right, is the integration suite. So that's perfect. Okay, so maybe Udo, now over to you, because I know you're eager to get in. So when we talk, Harsh mentioned these accelerators, these integration packages, everything that you have to kind of, simplify and move towards the cloud. Can you give us a little bit of more detail into these accelerators and really how they work for our customers?
Yes, Ceci, very happy to, and thank you so much also to invite all of us into this community call. Welcome also from my side, and I'm very happy to take this question. And yes, as you and Harsh also mentioned, so this prepackaged integration content, our integration packs, are one of the key benefits that we deliver together with the SAP Integration Suite. It's a key differentiator also against our competitors. And yeah, we deliver out of the box more than 2,000 prepackaged integration scenarios. And this prepackaged content is maintained, productized content by SAP. So we maintain it on a regular basis. When there are legal changes, we update our prepackaged content. Any updates on the intelligent enterprise, on the LOB solutions are maintained in this productized content. And there are many different scenarios along these core 4 mega processes like lead to cash, source to pay, hire to retire. Other additional integration scenarios also are included in this prepackaged content, and it contains the integration flows which are descriptive description of the message flow between the different applications from sender to receiver application, contains the mappings between the different applications. The prepackaged adapter configurations. Examples are Ariba integration with ERP, for example, HCM with SuccessFactors, business by design with Concur. So the world of prepackaged content is large. It contains SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP, and also non-SAP to non-SAP integration scenarios. The content is delivered by SAP as well as partners. It complies also with e-document scenarios in multiple countries. So many companies have legal entities in different countries around the globe. Different countries have different regulations with respect to how the data needs to be provided to the tax authorities in the different countries via different communication protocols, via different security standards that need to be adhered to, and all this legal requirements are fulfilled by our prepackaged integration scenarios. And you can find all this prepackaged content on the API Business Hub. Maybe, Ceci, we can now go to the next slide where we have a demo also prepared for you. So this is now the new user experience of the SAP API Business Hub. Customers can stroll along the LOB solutions, Ariba, Concur, according to the core 4 mega processes, according to the content categories, events, APIs, prepackaged content, along partners that also provide additional prepackaged content. You can search via scenarios. We are here in S4HANA. You can see all the S4HANA related integration packs that are provided out of the box. And we click here, for example, on Salesforce. So we provide also integration with Salesforce as one example of non-SAP integration scenarios. And from the integration package, you can see all the different scenarios. So 9 integration flows are part of this package. And now with the new capability, you can directly add this integration package from the API Business Hub to your specific cloud integration tenant of Integration Suite. Yeah, so everything is available on the API Business Hub. Dear customers, please take a look. And yeah, and hopefully this was helpful. And yeah, now back to you.
Let's see. All right. Awesome. Thank you. All right, that was great. So thank you so much, Udo, for that overview. And just to recap, the API Business Hub is available today. So our customers can already go in, explore, find all this integration content, the integration flows, and incorporate them into their use cases, right? Awesome. And I think just kind of to recap, one of the important things that you mentioned, the integration content that we provide is not just A to A or B to B, it's also business to government, and all those regulatory compliances that if not, you would need to maintain on your own are maintained by SAP, right? Exactly. So you can leverage that. Awesome. Yeah. So that's great. Perfect. Thank you for the walkthrough. Thank you for the walkthrough. All right, so Piyush, on to the next topic. Again, SAP has been around for a while, and of course we are a cloud-first company right now, but we do have a lot of on-premise solutions, and we do have a lot of customers that currently use our on-premise process integration or process orchestration service as well, or solution. So what can you tell us about, if customers are already with PIPO, how can they move to the cloud? How can they move to SAP Integration Suite? Can you guys hear me? Or?
So, Sasi, thank you very much. Looking forward to this answer. Especially, can you hear me well, Sasi?
Yeah. Now I can hear you. Good.
Perfect. Great. So, warm welcome from my side, and thank you very much, Sasi, for asking this question. I'm sure everyone will be waiting for this answer, especially for existing process orchestration users, for Integration Suite and process orchestration customers. And we want to take them along in the transition journey by providing an easy and flexible path towards Integration Suite, which is SAP's next-gen technology platform. With RISE, customers are looking to transform their business processes, and especially they are utilizing this opportunity on how they can transform, how they can reinvent their ideas with the innovations that are available in cloud. And our recommendation for customers who are looking forward towards cloud transition is having. And from an integration perspective, start utilizing Integration Suite for cloud and hybrid integration scenarios, where you can benefit from 2000 plus integration packs across SAP and non-SAP solutions and third-party applications. And it spans across different business and LOP processes like Harsh and Udo talked about, lead to cash, procure to pay, and a lot many more. And these are not the only numbers. Every month, we keep on adding these scenarios, and this number is continuously growing. And you can have a continuously check on it by looking at it on SAP API Business App. In addition, we want to provide customer a central solution that can be useful for their API-led business to government, B2B, and especially third-party integrations. That's why we are having around 160 plus connectors that customers can utilize to connect to third-party applications in the cloud. And in addition, total cost of development with Integration Suite is very low. We provide low-code, no-code development approach where you can easily design your scenarios. And last but not the least, security is a very important component whenever we talk about any implementation or integration project. So we provide a secure way you can connect your applications on-premise in a secure and easy way. And you can avoid all the complex network and firewall discussions that are very tedious in any integration project. So while a standard scenario fitment is already our first recommendation and priority from SAP guidelines perspective, we understand that there are many custom business processes that customers have written. And though the first way is always to look at the fitment of the scenarios that are available with their custom business processes for next few years, where they would like to come with it, and looking forward how they can reuse the assets that they have in process integration, and they can continuously take the benefits of Integration Suite and move these assets to Suite with less efforts. So we have looked into all the possible ways. We have APIs available on both sides that can be used to shift these objects between these two systems. In addition, in any integration implementation project, around 50% of the effort is for message mappings, right? So, so integration is all about connecting two or more business applications, which have different semantics, different structures for their business transaction. And then business domain experts, functional experts, technical designers sit together and draw and bridge this gap by having functional specification and technical design in the system. So when we were designing Integration Suite, we kept this in mind, and we have already provided a seamless way. With a button click, you can import all the mappings from PIPO to Integration Suite. So you can check which all business subjects you want to import, and you can easily grab it. So we are well covered from migrating objects from PIPO from Integration Suite in case any customer would like to reuse their assets while this journey. So third, customer journey is where they would to continue with their on-premise integrations. And though they are looking for cloud transition, but for next few years, they would like to continue with their on-prem to on-prem integrations. We want to support that. Our message for customers is please continue using process integration orchestration on-premise for their on-prem to on-prem integration scenarios. Just to emphasize on that. And we want to take these customers along on .5 because we want to provide all the cloud innovations that we are doing for our on-premise customers as well. We have already provided that so that customers, without having any sort of extra investment in infrastructure, they can continue getting the benefits of our cloud innovations as well. But that was the first step. We want to make it more easy and flexible for customers. What we are going to launch is we are planning to launch a hybrid agent, which will have tightly third-party integrations, everything together, and customer will get a flexible deployment approach either in their private cloud, their private data centers, or on-premise, wherever they want, so that they can, benefit from all the innovations of cloud as well. So your question was pretty short, Ceci, but my answer is long. Just to summarize it, yeah. Just to summarize it, that we are fully committed towards our existing PO customers, and we want to take them along by providing an easy and flexible transition journey towards new innovations of Integration Suite.
Perfect. Thank you. And I think we also have like one more information for our customers in which they can actually kind of, we want to work with them, right? So it's like the partner with us journey. Is there anything you want to kind of explain about that?
Ceci, sorry, I lost your voice.
Oh, sorry.
Can you please repeat?
Yeah, sorry. So I was just mentioning that we also have the information of kind of like the partner with us journey, because like you were mentioning, we do want to take our customers along with us, but it's a joint journey. So it's not that we do something and our customers something separate, it's that we work together. So I was just wondering if you wanted to mention anything about that.
Absolutely, we are working very closely with partners. In fact, in all geographies, in all regions. So we have different kind of business models that are available for our partners. Our ISVs can build solutions. They can build SAP is providing a lot of content that we talked about, but this area is also open for our ecosystem to identify the white spaces, come up with lot third-party application integration content. We have ways we will help you getting a visibility and put this content on our API hub. That is a central place. Our partners are there who are using our solution for providing integration as a service. There are partners who are building solutions on top of our integration layer and offering supply chain solution, HR solution, lot many other solutions to our customers. We are working to right enablement and right information of our product is available. We are also working to get the product feedback, how we can improve, how we can innovate together. So there are many streams going on. We have open SAP course that we have launched. So we have thousands of attendees who are there. We have a black belt series that is going on. So especially from the partner ecosystem, there are many attendees who have completed this certification as well. So we are introducing certain level of certification and badges that you can give. We have community where we all can meet, collaborate, open and hooked into our ecosystem, Ceci.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. All right, so now I think it's time actually to head into the Q&A. I do notice that Harsh has actually been answering some questions already, so that's awesome. But maybe if we can just recap for the audience that is listening and maybe not looking to the QA right now. So one of the questions from Sumit was, which components in Integration Suite may be required in event-driven architecture scenarios, specifically with SAP S/4HANA? So Harsh, do you want to take that?
Yes, let me take that. And Sumit, thank you for that question. And also really appreciated that you're thinking about moving into an event-driven architecture and making it more real-time. This is becoming a standard pattern. And for us in the Integration Suite, we have the Event Mesh, which is our hub for all events, SAP and non-SAP events coming in. And we also support cloud integration, allows you to listen to those events and respond. A lot of our existing prepackaged integrations are also based on events, and you can build your own custom integrations which respond to those events. So the Integration Suite allows you to do real-time event-based integrations overall. And Event Mesh and Cloud Integration can combine here, but Open Connectors also allows you to bring in third-party events, because you're not only looking at events in S/4HANA, maybe you're looking at events that happen in Salesforce and you want to do something in S4, right? So you have that capability as well. And more important than that, you also want to expose APIs and webhooks when customers want to, or your partners want to react to certain events that are happening in your landscape. So we got all of those different use cases for event-driven integration covered.
Awesome, thank you. All right, so the other question that was also already answered by Udo, but just maybe to recap for everybody is, so Udo, this one goes to you.
Yes.
Amit asked, do you suggest that we use SAP Integration Suite to integrate SAP ECC with SuccessFactors?
Yes, definitely. The clear answer is yes. And SAP Integration Suite is SAP's strategic integration platform as a service for the integration of SAP applications with any other application. And one example would be ECC to SuccessFactors for hybrid integration scenarios, cloud-to-cloud integration scenarios. Definitely, the answer is
100%.
Is 100% exactly. And
Yeah.
we even have prepackaged content also for ECC integration with SuccessFactors, ECC with Salesforce. So the short answer is a yes, including prepackaged content also for ECC integration with SuccessFactors.
Perfect. I think that was a great example also, because I think Piyush, you mentioned when you were talking about, the migration journey is we recommend, so on-prem to cloud, we recommend the integration suite. If you have on-prem to on-prem integrations and you want to stick with your, PIPO solutions, fine. But on-prem to cloud, hybrid, and especially cloud to cloud, that is what we always recommend, the integration suite. And that's the future towards where we're going for all our customers. Awesome. Okay. All right, so there was also one question for you, Piyush. So regarding the mapping import feasibility, is there possibility also coming in for parameterized OMs and for custom UDF respective migrations? So many acronyms. So I don't know, Udo, you answered in the chat, but I don't know if you want to take that. Or
yes,
Piyush.
That's clearly also addressed on the roadmap. I know that there are still some smaller limitations on the import of mappings, like the user-defined functions, and this is clearly addressed in the new roadmap. No?
Okay.
So that all mappings, 100% functionality can be imported into Integration Suite and can be reused there.
Okay, perfect.
So
and
stay tuned on the roadmap.
Yeah, and all that information will be added to the Roadmap Explorer, right?
Exactly, yes.
Perfect. So just in case somebody in the community isn't aware, we, as of last year, we launched the Roadmap Explorer for all SAP solutions. And so we moved away from kind of the static presentations, PDFs that we posted every quarter, and have this dynamic Roadmap Explorer. It's a web-based solution that is actually updated. It can be updated at least 2 times a week. So you can always find the most updated content on there. And all the Integration Suite roadmap and information will be updated there as well. Awesome. Okay, so we have an interesting question about APIs for machine learning, or machine integration, sorry. So what are the available APIs for machine integration, like weight scales using custom IoT? So I don't know, Udo, if you have details on that?
Yeah, I know that we had APIs available on the API Business Hub. I'm sure they are still available. So maybe we can take this question also with us and can come back to but check on the API Business Hub. There are APIs available. And if they're not available, just please let us know. There's also the feedback function, and otherwise, now you can also reach out to us.
Perfect. So yeah, we'll take that back. And also just kind of maybe some information for the audience. I will be posting a kind of wrap-up blog. So any questions that we're not able to answer right now, we need more information, or maybe we don't get to because of time, I'll take that back and publish that in the next few days in this wrap-up blog. So you can also check that later for more details. All right, so the other question is, so maybe you, Piyush, will the Black Belt courses be available for customers as well?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
in fact, we have already launched it. It's available, and customers can also take benefit for it. And in case any of the details are missing, we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Please let us know. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so this is kind of a long one, and I don't know if we can give an answer right now, but just so you guys know. So Abdul Ghaffar asks, we have SAP PO 7.5 in our landscape, but are worried when we start migrating our integration to Integration Suite. We have a lot of scenarios for on-premise to on-premise. Please suggest a suitable time for this activity.
Yeah, so we'll recommend in case probably we don't know your overall strategy and vision for moving towards cloud. In case you are having any sort of hybrid integration scenarios, either e-government compliance scenarios where you need to send information to government agencies, or you are starting with some cloud applications. So all hybrid and cloud integrations, you can start moving towards Integration Suite, or you can start designing, and slowly other scenarios you can start migrating towards cloud as well. But for on-prem to on-prem, for the scenarios that you are having, you can continue PIPO. And as I said, we are planning to launch a hybrid agent-based approach as well, where you will benefit from on-prem to on-prem integrations with a cloud runtime. With PO 7.5, you can already try evaluating and running some of the scenarios there.
Okay. Awesome. All right, so next one may be Harsh. I see that you're typing. What's the relation between Business Warehouse Integration Suite?
Sure. So whenever you have a business warehouse where you're bringing in data from multiple places, Integration Suite could help you bring data from multiple third-party sources, SAP sources into the data warehouse. And the second thing it can help you is when you're actually adding analytics on top of the warehouse to gain insights and you want to trigger certain actions, right? Then Integration Suite can also allow you to trigger those actions in the backend, like creating a service order. So it helps you conceptually in two ways. One, bringing data. The second way it helps you is to actually go inside to action. Those are the two use cases which you'll combine a business warehouse and Integration Suite, or any data warehouse and integration as such.
Okay, perfect. So another question maybe also in that regards, and maybe also you can help Harsh. We currently use Integration Center and SuccessFactors for event-based integrations. Will this approach change in coming times?
So Amit, thank you for the question. The Integration Center in SuccessFactors, we built it for LOB personas like line of business users, like HR administrators and HR experts and HR business partners, right? And the Integration Center allows you to do some basic integration scenarios like export things out of SuccessFactors into files or post it into folders and stuff like that. And the Integration Suite, integration with SuccessFactors also follows the same event-driven approach, right? So instead of triggering something in the Integration Center, you could actually trigger an iFlow in the Integration Suite to do certain actions. So it really depends on which persona is using it. You can do basic kind of integrations for line of business users in the Integration Center, but if you want to do more complex integrations, you will use the Integration Suite. And therefore, these are working very well together, working out of the same data and event sources.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. So we actually have a follow-up question, which is great. So Sumit says, okay, thanks Harsh for the insights, and this was about kind of message brokers. And the question now is, are there any plans to support other message brokers for other cloud platforms, like for example, Azure or GCP?
Absolutely, because the world of eventing and message broking is really open. You can use something in AWS, you can use something in Azure, you could use something in like GCP PubSub. We support standard protocols for eventing like AMQP, which you can use with. Recently, we will also launch a Confluent adapter, a Kafka adapter and a Confluent adapter, which can also allow you to integrate with other platforms. And by the way, as we speak, we have a lot of customers who are integrating with events coming from Azure or AWS.
Okay.
So it's absolutely open, and we support open protocols to do that.
Perfect. So I see there's actually another question from Giri on the event mesh and kind of how it works together, or what's the relationship with the Integration Suite. So maybe we want to talk a little bit more about event mesh in the concept of Integration Suite, if that's okay.
Sure, absolutely. So we had launched SAP Enterprise Messaging, and Enterprise Messaging's job was to allow you to do async integrations, and you could use this in cloud integration as well, CPI, also to do async integrations, right? And as we saw the world of eventing evolve, there were more and more eventing use cases, right? There were eventing use cases such as event sourcing patterns, event logging patterns, and stuff like that. So we combine underlying Kafka capabilities with a distributed event log, and we expanded it to be an event mesh. The second characteristics of an event mesh is it's also a multi-cloud event mesh that you can actually originate events at any parts of your enterprise, either on-prem or on the cloud, and then distribute events seamlessly to subscribers who are part of subscriber applications which are running in other clouds, right? So that's the whole federated distributed event mesh that we're talking about. How does event-driven integration and event mesh helps in the context of integration? And let me combine it with one of the questions that Amit asked. So if there is an event like an employee hire event that was generated, we actually surface that event in the SAP Event Mesh. And we may have some standard integrations that we deliver based on that event that's coming out. But the advantage of this is you will also be able to react to this event and build other extension integrations as you go. For example, a big airline customer of ours is actually integrating on an employee hire 17 other third-party systems out there, right? So that's the advantage that this event comes in, and you can hook onto this event, you can grab the data from that, and you can do other downstream integrations as well. So SAP Event Mesh is an expanded capability of the erstwhile SAP Enterprise Messaging, which adds event sourcing, event logging kind of capabilities, and also distributed in a multi-cloud context. And events as such is a key component of making integrations real-time and integrations extensible.
Perfect, perfect. And that also kind of, again, we are always moving towards more flexibility for our customers and making this available on multi-cloud, making it kind of open, you know, with open technology, open source, open standards. That always helps.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. All right, so Udo, I really like this question from Amir, and I think you're going to like it too. So we have currently CPI running on Neo, so on the Neo environment. How can we migrate to Integration Suite on Cloud Foundry, or should we just stay with Neo? And I can tell you right now, no. So stay with Neo. So no. But yeah, so Udo, you can take that.
Yes, definitely. Thanks, Sissy, also to pointing to this question. Right. So we have migration accelerators which help you in the migration from the Neo environment to a multi-cloud environment. And we would definitely recommend to go to a multi-cloud environment, like the entire SAP Integration Suite is available on multi-cloud only. And we have so many new capabilities that we can only provide on the multi-cloud environment with SAP Integration Suite. So definitely we have migration accelerators. There is full iFlow compatibility. And as one goodie, for example, now all the iFlows that you model today in the Neo environment can be reused one-to-one in your multi-cloud environment. So migration is supported and recommended definitely by SAP. And there are many more capabilities. So the Integration Suite grows closer and closer together. Low-code API development, we can directly create APIs in the cloud integration capability of the Integration Suite, and with one click of a button generate an iFlow as one example. Cloud-based B2B, trading partner management, etc. will be also only available on Integration Suite in the multi-cloud environment. So kindly migrate as soon as possible. No, of course, at your own pace to Integration Suite. We definitely recommend it, and we provide accelerators which help you in a fast migration from Neo to multi-cloud.
Perfect. And all these kind of the accelerators and the guidance for how to migrate, they can find that on the help portal, right? On help.sap.com.
Exactly.
Okay. Perfect. So yeah, maybe Amir, you can check out the information on help.sap.com, because there we have kind of the guidance and all the best practices and everything that Udo was mentioning about the accelerators to help you move to this new multi-cloud solution. Okay. Let's see. I think Piyush, I think you covered this. So Abdul asked, is there any migration tool coming for PO 7.5 to Integration Suite?
Yes, as I said earlier during the answer as well, Sasi, we have all the ways possible how you can migrate your content, like mappings and interfaces are possible. There are APIs that can help you fetch the technical data and put it into. So yes, we are also planning as part of our roadmap how we can provide an easy and flexible UI on top, so that this makes even migration easier for our customers, along with assessment tools.
Okay, perfect. All right, so next one, let's see. In terms of licensing of Integration Suite, which edition is suitable for no limits on connections and other things in case of large enterprise customers? So Piyush, can you take that?
Yes, so with the new integration suite, we simplified the metrics as well. And now we don't have any longer connection-based metrics. We don't want to restrict customers on how many systems and applications you want to connect to, right? Maybe these are simple scenarios or complex scenarios, but it is not restricted on number of base of connections, but rather the new metrics as messages. It's based on the volume that you exchange. So with integration suite, this restriction of connection is gone, and you can connect to unlimited number of systems and applications.
Okay, perfect. And maybe on a related question, let's say on commercialization, the next question is, will SAP to SAP integration stay with no cost, even custom fields, if custom fields have been added to the application?
So the prepackaged content that we are providing, we have many extension hooks. I mean, just to understand it in easy terms, a kind of user exits in the older word that we used to call it as, where you can write your custom logic. And this is SAP provided extension hooks, and you can write your custom logic and it will be still treated as standard. It will not be charged. It will be stay under SAP to SAP integration.
Okay, perfect. So I know we have kind of in the wrap up, we have a slide that shows the open SAP courses that are available. But one specific question from Sumit is if event-driven architecture patterns and event sourcing, event logging is actually covered in those courses, or if it's going to be covered in the new open SAP course. So I don't know, Udo or Piyush, yeah, or yeah.
I can take that. The overall concepts of EDA, we don't have a course to just explain the architecture behind EDA as such. That's a good point, Sumit, that you raised. There is lots of material out there that allows you to learn those patterns. But what we try to cover in our course is how do you use our solutions like Event Mesh and Cloud Integration and the Integration Suite overall to support some of these EDA patterns, definitely in these courses.
In the courses. Okay, perfect. And we'll show that slide right at the end, but let's see, there's another question here from Arvind. Is Business Integration Builder and ECC going to be decommissioned soon? If not, can we expect event-based data standard integration between SuccessFactors, I guess, and ECC on-premise? I don't know if we have that now or if we need to check back, right?
So the Business Integration Builder in ACC is actually used for SuccessFactors extension scenarios, and there is no plan to decommission the Business Integration Builder there.
Okay.
There are a lot of iFlows which are from SuccessFactors to ECC on-prem that are event enabled. There is not much, you're right, Arvind, that there is not much of events coming in from ECC today, and therefore the other way is not fully event enabled. And I don't think we'll end up doing this on the ECC today, right? It'll be more in the S/4HANA context that we would event enable those platforms. However, I know of customers who have adapted this and they have event enabling mechanisms on ECC, which are they event enable once and then adapt the iFlows there, right? So we can, of course, take it up in a specific scenario, understand your scenario, and can also help you with the right guidance there.
Okay, that's great. Again, you guys can also reach out to us through the SAP community. I know Svea also posted in the chat kind of all our community profiles. So there's a great Q&A, a great forum in the SAP community. If you guys have specific questions, then maybe we can engage through there as well.
Maybe Ceci, I can volunteer from
Yeah.
Kuma the question.
Yeah.
Yes, shall we take this one from Kuma? Australian company, when I understand it correctly, you have some concerns in using cloud integration or integration suite because of availability. Not sure what the concerns are. So we have customers who process millions, 10 millions of messages per day, for example, on integration suite. We have reduced, or we have zero downtime maintenance on the weekends for these weekly update windows, for example, with integration suite. Another good reason to migrate to integration suite. So zero downtimes when we maintain integration suite on the weekly basis. We will plan to raise the availability, the SLA, from currently 99.9 to 99.95% availability. We've also reduced by 1/3 again the quarterly downtime window, for example. So we have addressed a lot of we have improved a lot of operational capabilities with the integration suite, and we have customers who run 24/7, 365 a year critical operations via integration suite. So there shouldn't be any concerns in running integration scenarios in business critical integration. So if you have any concerns, then please reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to provide further information. We have customer references, several where we can hook you into. So definitely customers use integration suite in mission critical scenarios.
Yeah.
Just to add to that, on top, right, we also have customers using CPI on Neo environments and the traditional environments, also running really high volume loads, supporting spot buy scenarios in retail, in commerce. So, and most importantly, we don't have any planned downtimes. I need to also correct this here, Prashant. There are upgrade windows quarterly, which we may choose to use or not. And I'm not aware how many times we use this so far, right? It's very rare. The weekly maintenance windows need not cause downtimes at all, right?
Exactly.
So these are maintenance windows. SAP being very conscious about your business also exposes these windows to you, so you know, but there are no downtimes. And the planned downtimes it's not planned downtime. The 4 times that you're calling is a planned upgrade window, right? And we're not planning any downtimes during those upgrades. If there is going to be downtime, you will get a separate note. And this is very, very rare, Prashant.
In the last 2 years, we didn't use it at all, for example.
And I think we understand that there may be confusions based on the terms, and we want you to supply power with us. So absolutely reach out, and happy to help here, Prashant.
Yeah. Again,
and let us know. I mean, write me a private chat if you don't know how to reach out to us, and we'll jump right in to help you.
That's great. So, I mean, again, this session, you know, to the audience, this session is for you to also talk to the experts to get your questions answered. And we are very open to talking to our customers as well. So like Harsh and Udo and Piyush mentioned, reach out to us. And if we can support in any way, we'll of course be there. And then maybe a little bit on kind of the maintenance windows and the major upgrade windows. There's also a tool called the Cloud Availability Center that is available for all our customers. And that's where you can actually see the maintenance schedule and the maintenance window. So you'll know when we'll be updating the systems. But as Harsh mentioned, for Integration Suite, we do have the 0 downtimes, so it shouldn't affect you at all. And you can also subscribe to get email notifications when we are doing those planned upgrade maintenance windows and stuff. So again, we try to be as open as possible, and we try to provide you with enough information so that you have everything that you do to run your mission critical applications. Awesome. Yeah. And want to add something? Oh, yeah.
Sasi, I would like to add, because there were many questions on migration tool related, right, from PO to CPIS. So as we already covered, we have many APIs and open ways how you can shift that SAP already provides your objects from PIPO to CPIS. In addition, we are also working with our ecosystem. Recently, we launched a hackathon program where we invited a lot of partners to come across and build an automation framework around it, so that this even becomes more easier for customers to take the data along and put it into CPIS. So that is also under process. And in case anyone is interested to participate, please let us know, and we'll let you know when will be the next time we'll be having this.
Perfect. And there's also a question on kind of documentation or references of known limitations of the suite. So I know the documentation, the help portal is pretty complete for Integration Suite. So there they can find like all the features, all the how-tos, all the guidance, everything that they need for best practices. We also have tons of missions on the Discovery Center that will show you exactly how you can use Integration Suite in your use cases, in your scenarios. And there's also, you know, the tutorial navigator as well. So they can check that out to kind of understand everything that they can do with integration. Everything is documented there, right? Or is there something that I'm missing, any other source of information for them? I think that's pretty much it, right?
That's perfect, yes.
Okay, cool. So maybe one more specific question, again, related to kind of PO 7.5. So it's Manish is asking, to run CPI iFlows on-prem, is the roadmap to use PO 7.5 or to use the new integration cell? I don't know if integration, so it might be Integration Suite. Yep. Okay. And will there be transport management also? So how does it work with our transport management service?
Yes. So as of today, you can utilize PO 7.5 Cloud Runtime in case you would like to initiate and start exploring your scenarios with cloud innovations. Going forward, as we said, we are it's in roadmap. And probably we are planning in by end of the year or next year to have the first launch with hybrid deployment, or what you're calling it as integration cell. So where we'll offer a standalone deployment that you will be able to deploy in your private data centers or on-premise independently, where the whole runtime will be provided to run those scenarios. So we have a planned phased delivery cycles, and once it is closer to launch, we'll definitely inform. Okay,
perfect. Okay, and then one more roadmap question for PO 7.5. Somebody, it's anonymous, so I don't know who, but somebody's asking, and I think I just lost the question, but is OS, yeah?
Yes, I think that's, I just answered it.
Oh,
so
okay.
The person,
that's why
I also need to check there as well. I guess it's just in parallel.
Yeah.
I answered it. So the person, please send me a mail. I also need to check when it will be available, and then I.
Okay, perfect. So reach out to us, and if it's not, if it's not in the Roadmap Explorer, reach out to us and we can get that information. Okay, and the person says thanks, so you got it. Okay. Okay, a good question. Is there any end date for Integration Suite support on the Neo environment?
I just
you guys are too fast for me. Okay,
no, there are no end dates. We continue to ship new features on Neo, but we see a lot of our customers, as they transition to RISE and as they transition their lot of workloads into hyperscaler environments like Azure. And also we see customers combining many hyperscalers like AWS, Azure, and in China, maybe using Multicloud. For all those reasons, we see a lot of them upgrading to the integration suite on the multi-cloud environment. And because we've kept the models the same, you can simply redeploy and run. Okay, I shouldn't say simply redeploy and run. You have to test and then let your end users know. So there is a little bit of work, but almost we've taken care of model compatibility there. So you can upgrade based on your business cases. We are not forcing you to move out of Neo. We have customers who start using the Neo environment in SAP data centers. By the way, we will also invest on the Neo environment specifically in harmonizing our data center infrastructures at SAP. So we are not asking you to move, right? But if your business demands, we offer the easy upgrade paths to multi-cloud.
Okay, perfect. And I think that's a great kind of general statement for the platform as a whole. So we're not forcing our customers off of Neo. We are not setting an end of life for Neo, but we also recognize that multi-cloud is the future for us and for our customers, because we can give them all these innovations, new features, so higher availability, etc. So that is kind of like a general statement for everything, not just the integration suite. Our customers should know that when they use BTP, they should really be positioning kind of multi-cloud and using multi-cloud for any kind of new projects. But of course, for existing customers, we will continue to support them and continue to provide updates and everything on the new environment as well. Excellent.
So I have my friend anonymous attendee asking Very interesting questions, very valuable questions, right? And
Yeah.
maybe I'll try to take some of these 3 questions together.
Okay.
Right? So are there any limitations, right? We had an SAP note which had documented some restrictions that were not yet there on the integration suite when we first launched it. But as we go now towards the year, most of these limitations are removed. So there are no real limitations that prevent you from using the integration suite. Of course, there are maybe 1 or 2, and we have an SAP note, and maybe Udo, you can paste the SAP note for our friend here. And we can, but we've seen customers easily upgrading without any issues here, right? Do we assume that CF is the future and there are no stoppers for us? The future is multi-cloud. At the end of the day, what SAP internally uses, we use not just Cloud Foundry. I mean, it just became in popular lore that it's Cloud Foundry. We use Cloud Foundry, we use Kubernetes, and we use our multiple other runtimes, right? But that should not really affect you when you move to the multi-cloud. This is where we continue to invest, right? And you can upgrade. There are no showstoppers for you to upgrade to multi-cloud. And if there is help needed, please, again, reach out to us. I will write you a PM on how you can reach out. And based on the private message, just write us a mail and we will take it from there.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, awesome. And I think there was one more question that, as I was looking at it, but I guess somebody already answered it, on the upgrade versions for PIPO. So basically the question is, will there be any further upgrade versions for PIPO, or are we looking at the future towards the integration suite only and decommission PIPO? So Piyush, I know you covered this a little bit in your part, but I don't know if you want to speak to that, or Udo, since you answered it already.
Yeah, me or Piyush can answer it, right? So our response would be SAP Integration Suite. No? So we provide the on-premise deployment option, this integration cell in the very near future. And SAP Integration Suite with this on-premise deployment option is the logical successor of SAP Process Orchestration. And in the detailed slide from Piyush, there were a lot of migration options and guidance were already given. So we have integration flow templates, how customers can design with integration, any typical integration scenario with integration guidelines and best practices, which are available via the user documentation, for example, and also on the API Business Hub. So we ship already lots of guidance, migration options, upgrade or import capabilities of message mappings, operation mappings, schema definitions from SAP Process Orchestration to Integration Suite. So the answer is definitely SAP Integration Suite, including this on-premise deployment option, which will be available in the very near future.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, awesome. So thank you very much. I think we were able to cover all the questions, so that was awesome. Thank you guys for the support. Just as we mentioned before, there are 3, so there are already 2 available open SAP courses that you can use to kind of learn more on Integration Suite, how to use the capabilities. We also mentioned Discovery Center, we mentioned the Tutorial Navigator, we mentioned the help documentation. So there's a lot of information available. Of course, reach out to us if you want to know more. And there's also going to be a new course, like we mentioned, starting in July. So stay tuned for the registration, and that's all about kind of how to accelerate your enterprise integrations with the Integration Suite. So that's definitely also aligned to the whole RISE messaging and moving to the cloud and everything. So guys, I think we're already out of time. Any maybe last words? Harsh, Piyush, Udo, thank you very much. But yeah, any
I just want to say a big thank you to you all. Our community is extremely strong, very much committed. So really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time, and please reach out to us if you have further, if you need further help. Appreciate joining us today.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks everyone for joining, and stay tuned in the SAP community. Bye for now.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.